sound. There's a tension when his hands unbound. Loaded dice that are in your hand for the last magical monkey man. He was born with his eyes downcast and a face where there should have been a mask. He tamed the wild horses of Sonora. Another killing there was added to his column. That's when he shed his sinister skin. When the heat came down on him last August, sometimes soldiers disobey. Sometimes the bad guys are gonna get away. Through the empty spaces and the hollow sound, there's a tension when his hands unbound. Well, I'm all washed up and never clean, all burned out, and so I'm seldom seen. So I'm seldom seen. Well, sometimes soldiers disobey. Sometimes the bad guys are gonna get away. Through the empty spaces and the hollow sound, there's a tension when his hands unbound. Thank you. All right, I'd like to pass it along to Mr. Phil over here. How's it going, man?
Good, thank you.
All right.
What a good tune.
Oh, appreciate it.
Well, this next tune is about a couple years ago I went to an amateur wrestling night with my older brother, and it's a type of place, it's like $3 to get in, and the beer is super cheap, and everyone's just kicking around, and it's a lot of old folks in tights jumping around. But anywho, in the corner of the room was a guy named Moondog Rover. And so I got to talking to him, and he was like this old guy, who's basically naked with a giant cow bone. And I was like, well, what's going on? Like, are you fighting tonight? He went, a year ago today, I had a heart attack in the ring, and doctor's orders, I won't be fighting. Come to find out, the final act of the night was Moondog in a cage match against, I think, 6 other folks, and he won. So this is a tune called Suplex City about Moondog.
All right, to Moondog Rover.
They booked Moondog in a cage match on the 4th of July. One last time under them big bright lights. He's been away. They say he's done. They say the reign of Moondog has come and gone. T-shirts for 20. Come one and all. You can read his legends on the bathroom stall. Where was you? Oh, where was I? Wasn't on dry the night that Moondog died. It ain't nice, no, it ain't pretty. Long live the king of Suplex City. Now she was there for his very first fight. She was there on his very last night. She watched him brawl. She watched him crawl. Moondog bleeds for the pleasure of all. Oh, Moondog, I am bound to you, taken by the damage you are bound to do. Oh, moondog, do you love me too? Love me as much as I love you. Where was you? Oh, where was I? Wasn't one dry eye the night that moondog died. It ain't nice, no, it ain't pretty. Long live the king of Suplex City. Thank you, thank you.
So I guess it's my turn, huh? Okay, so I'm supposed to explain myself, what I was thinking with this song? Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay, so this song, I guess, is about creativity in general and how important it is to create and partake in creativity. Even when there's rancid shit going on, as we all know there is right now. So this song is called Fred Neil Armstrong. The lyrics kind of make sense if you know who both those guys were, Fred Neil and Neil Armstrong. Dolphin Man went to the moon, humming on a broken tune, a hop, skip, somersault, and he was there. Fleet of foot, clear of mind, he left a school of fish behind. He's fly, spry, grateful to be anywhere. He ascends the stairs with a grin, asking where do we begin? Dolphin Man wants you to know he's seen the ocean burning glow, and the stars throw a misty light upon his path. It's got the proper pedigree to travel through the galaxy, 'cause now says the Earth's no place for polymath. Toward books and half poems, plays, and novellas all ablaze. They say that universe is never coming back. That's 'cause it never went away. So bring a sturdy plate, 'cause these words hold weight. They're not like years away from you, they're not like years away. Dolphin Man went to the moon, show you how to get there to forget all the garbage bins and collared shirts. Free yourself from mental strain, use that jetpack in your brain, and soon you'll be touching down on lunar dirt. It won't hurt a bit. No, no, you just gotta wanna go. It's not like years away from you. It's not like years away from you. It's not like years away from you. It's not like years away. It's not like years away from you. It's not like years away from you. It's not like years away from you. It's not like years away. Thanks, y'all.
Oh, she's not gonna let you
yes.
get away with that.
And my wife
without
Lauren is
telling-
wearing a dolphin mask and running around.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, where can we find that? Since he's not going to tell us.
It is on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's on YouTube. All right.
It is
thank
on
you very
YouTube.
much. Okay.
Yeah, our friend JB filmed it, and I remember being very high that day. That track, yeah. We thought we were going to get kicked out of Bass Pro Shop, and it did not happen. They just, nobody seemed to care.
Yeah, that's commonplace there.
Yeah, that's called Tuesday. Anyway.
All right. Oh no. Let me tune up real quick. This for me, one thing that's hard is to make a song that's about one thing. Because by the time I write the first verse, then I'm thinking about something else by the time I'm able to get to the second verse. So I think I figured out this next song. I think that the first verse is about just a good afternoon I was having one day. And then the second verse, I think, is about the crisis in Gaza. And the choruses, I think, are about Venice at Christmas time on my honeymoon. So I hope you like it. At least find one part of it that you can latch onto. All right, let's see what we can do. Green apple afternoon turns pink as it fades. No vermin in this precious garden today. Count star stickers on the ceiling, relive those long dead feelings. Lay hands on the bleeding wound again. A likely story, is it the best that you can do? I guess you got lucky before the high standard of proof. I guess you're lucky for all the forgotten names of every would-be hero that you've shamed. We wrote out stories on the bedposts. Remember names that made us hate ourselves the most. Just stay strong if you're able, calm if you can. Bad blood is better than a lonely, bitter end. Solitary holy men once found inspiration here. This place received a constant stream. But now they're riding out the trouble, laid up in the rubble of the now crumbling streets. They're pilgrims in the aftermath, writing strangers' epitaphs. All lights are out and all cats are gray. Remember plaza horses, birds in both our hands, mourning on those white linen curtains when we wrote out stories on the bedposts. Remember names that made us hate ourselves the most. Just stay strong if you're able, calm if you can. Blind faith is better than a lonely, bitter end. Thank you very much. All right. All right, on to Philip.
Well, I guess there'll be kind of a trend of the evening, but I just love to write songs about people. Sometimes I've met them, and oftentimes I haven't. But my mom used to have a friend who came over to the house named Heidi, who was in a bowling league. And with it, she brought, she was the type of person to have the strike ball and the spare ball. Double balls. Oops. Anywho.
We'll leave that alone.
Yeah. So
double balls.
this song's vaguely inspired by Heidi, but this song's called The Ballad of 10-Pin Striker. 10-pin hit that wood, 15 pounds a ball. King of Kentucky got his pictures on the wall. Well, he don't play for fortune, he doesn't play for fame. Real sharpshooter, cheap beer looter, and he'll beat you in a frame. He's got fire in his fingers, iron in his toes, flames up on his jacket, so everybody knows. shoes. Calls himself an alley cat. He's quick and he's got claws. Throwing that ball so damn fast, they say he's breaking laws. 10 Pen, Striker was his name. Tearing up the floor, he's rolling down the lane. Well, you better watch your back, tighten up them shoes. It's gonna take to the gutter, running home to your mother, buddy, you're bound to lose. Well, one day a challenger rode up to the place. One ball in each hand, no wrinkles on his face. Come from California, and I only play for keeps. On smooth talking, tightrope walking, he claims he ain't been beat. So 10 Pen took that deal, his kingdom on the line. Threw that boy speedball, left skid marks in the pine. The kid took off his glasses, pleaded to the air. Oh, won't you tell me, Striker, don't you ever make a spare? 10 Pen, Striker was his name. Tearing up the floor, he's rolling down the lane. Well, you better watch your back, tighten up them shoes. It's gonna take to the gutter, running home to your mother, buddy, you're bound to lose. It's gonna take to the gutter, running home to your mother, 'cause buddy, you're bound to lose. Thank you.
It's an Arlo Guthrie-ish a little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought maybe.
Thank you.
All right, so this one's a fairly new one, and it was actually inspired by a friend who said something about, if you know the actor Walter Goggins, are you familiar? Yeah, Righteous Gemstones, Baby Billy, you know. Anyway, I came up with the idea from there about a guy who's trying to make it in the acting biz, and he's not particularly good, but he does have one particularly potentially useful asset. He's got the best teeth in Hollywood. Jimmy's got it rough, not gonna lie. He hit the pavement, but the pavement it hit right back. Never could suss out the secret handshake, always in fear of another earthquake. The things he's seen would give his mother a heart attack. Jimmy had a girl that didn't last. She went from class E to class A 4 apartments ago. Chewing lines off the screenplay copy. Life was getting just a little too sloppy. People, the places, the parties, who do you know? The city's full of free-range children who never grew up. Silver Falls is full from stern to bow. So be careful who you kick around. Jimmy's leaving town. So who's got the best teeth in Hollywood now? Chomping at the bit part like it's the last meal he'll ever have. The way things are going, it just might be. He says, what I lack in mental, I make up for in dental, and no one can take that away from me. Jimmy He's had enough, he's moving out. It's a bridge too far and he can't afford the toll. Tripped up, running to the gold rush. Zipped up, riding on a cold bus. That's a wrap, everybody, let the credits roll. The city's full of free-range children who never grew up. The ship of fools is full from stern to bow. So be careful who you dick around. Jimmy's leaving town. So who's got the best teeth in Hollywood now? Who's got the best teeth in Hollywood now? Thanks.
That's great.
Yeah. I didn't think about it, but yeah, Walter Goggins does have some pretty good teeth in the Righteous
Those are,
Gemstones.
after the fact, I
Yeah.
went and looked. It might have just even been something that showed up in my feed where he's on a talk show,
Yeah.
and it
Are
turns
those
out
his
those
real
are
teeth?
not his real front teeth.
They're not? Okay.
No, he would play bass. He
I
got
was
hit in
also
the mouth by a
wondering-
baseball.
About his penis. Is it really his penis? And right? Is it
Oh.
fake?
I don't know
'Cause it's
how we'd
also- he's got a great
verify
penis
that.
too.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way it could be his real one. It's too perfect. Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
going
yeah,
into
yeah.
King Missile territory, you realize, right? Detachable.
We just
penis
want to
from
know,
the-
the state of Walter Goggins' teeth and penis. That's all.
There's
Good.
an awful lot of phallic talk here all of a sudden.
Yeah. he's
Virgin
not.
ears.
Okay. So anyway, now enough of that. Yeah.
Speaking of penises,
Yeah.
peni.
Okay, anyway, this is a song I wrote one time in my garden, which I love to do gardening. And my favorite plant in the garden is the ochre plant. And so one day I just kind of accidentally wrote a song while I was outside. And you should check out the ochre plant. Go down to your local library and Google, information okra on the internet and see what comes up. All right, let's see. Across the river's edge, beneath the pale moon's gaze, the rivers of heaven's secrets sent through dreams. Something arose and swept over the realm where riches sway. Is it the last event? The next on is fight. Down here underneath the okra, there stands the honest air. Beneath the shadow, secret stories told. Flying in dreams, standing firm on the shifting sand. Glory's grip we forsake. The dawn's light is when we wake up. The unknown world is drawing near. And it's nearer than we fear. We gotta lay down the track while we're here. Life's lessons take time, learn to watch and wait. A letter arrived today along with a heart's lament. A hymn echoed at the final bow. They preached about a one solemn vow. They sang songs of love, songs of the brave. Down underneath the okra, there stands the honest air. Beneath the shadow, secret stories told. Flying in dreams, standing firm on the shifting sand. Glory's grip we forsake. Dawn's light is when we wake up. The unknown world is drawing near, and it's a nearer than we fear. We gotta souls to stay alive. I don't want a warm, wet, and parasitic dance. I don't want to have to face my own masquerades. I don't want to have to trade wholesale in any sort of dark circumstance. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sweet. Well, this next tune's about going to the art museum on mushrooms.
Nice.
Love it.
Have you ever been to the art museum where portraits and lilies cry? In the drugs you took before bring tears to your eyes. The Mona Lisa stays breathing while the starry night fades. Today, the girl with pearl earrings finally looks away. Don't go flirting with the women on the walls, 'cause they're all 100 years older. And the armless statues of Venus makes it awfully hard to hold. Soon the world before will be an echo, and all you'll know is Van Gogh. And the food you ate last evening will all be carved of stone. Soon your skin will all turn to plaster, and your eyes to stained glass. Those troubles that all seem to haunt you will fade to the past. Eventually the world will cease to spin, and the landscapes return to their frames. You'll leave that old art museum, but you won't be the same. Thank you, thank you.
All right. Bravo.
Thank you, thank you.
Is there any other way to go to an art museum than on mushrooms?
Of course not.
I don't.
course
I
not.
tend to think not. I think you're right. Okay, so this one was not written by me. It was written by a friend of mine named Stephen, who I've known for a long time. Stephen these days is doing a band called Dew Claw, and D-E-W Claw, 2 words, and really some pretty cool stuff. But I took to this song. It seems appropriate since it mentions snow. And the song, in fact, is called Whiteout. Theme is basically like you can't go home again, really. Just arrived at Penn Station, built on the bones of the old foundation, waiting for the new iteration. How much many more to come? Where's the sidewalk we scratched our names in to baptize a newfound love? Got eaten up by the video store, soon swallowed by the void. And yes, I call on magic now to summon up a world. Was it ever there at all? Or all inside my head? Made my way using your directions, looking for the pre-war living. Not the Chelsea, but the building beside. Made it up 10 flights of stairs. Met your roommate and soon underwhelmed her. Feeling small and getting small. Felt like Waldo in the Velvet Song. It was the saddest one-way trip. And yet, I call on magic now to summon up a world. Was it ever there at all? Or all inside my head? Last week there was a terrible snowstorm. Stuck at Mom's out in the suburbs. Took a walk out in the frozen night, feeling so cold and alone. Knew we were failing, but had to see ya. In the whiteout, I truly felt like I was a child left behind, and you were fully grown. And yes, I call on magic now to summon up a world. Was it ever there at all? All inside my head.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I don't know what song I'm going to do next. Okay, hey, I wrote this song with a friend of mine, Paul Garner, who I'm in a band, Action Cat with. And, So I'll play this song, see what you think. Yeah. From Alcatraz to the Aphelion, from the Paragon for the Patreon, down in the bastion towns along the Unaka, pounding chests with a resonance that makes the trees sing. Hello, Milan, they forgot how to say your name. Goodbye, little one, with meek and weary frame. There's no gold in them hills, there's no arrow on the sign. And the plane began to glide. Could it be the final ride? Pounds of explosives scorch the sky, and the turquoise waters off the coast cast a color on the clouds that could be seen for miles around. 100 years from now, no one will know, no one will care. We can say that for sure. At the end of your leash, at the end of the day, just beyond your reach, just beyond your reach. Take good notes and leave good letters. Learn which of the worst is just a little bit better. Beware of bankers with legendary ledgers that think they're the host somehow inside the parasite. Or be bound by honor, but don't be tied to anchors. Don't be a dog pissing on a trash fire, thinking that you just might call it home. You might be surprised when no foul gets called, even though you're outside the dotted line again. At the end of your reach, at the end of the day, just be on your leash. Just be on your leash. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What do you got for us, Mr. Phil?
We got here's one. So this tune is in the, I guess, in line with the tradition, in folk and bluegrass traditions, they call this a murder ballad. About, I think the real killer's name is Joe Ball, who fed women to his pet alligator.
The real killer.
Yeah.
Tell RJ.
Yeah, so you you hear stories like this, you gotta put it in song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unnecessary evil. Anyway, so here, here's a tune I call Alligator Man. So that's Rocky Raccoon. Served on the front line, Germany and France. Came home looking for a fine romance. The bombs, they got you scrambled. The gas, it messed you up. Now you're loading up the barmaids in your pickup truck. Did they do you wrong? Did they treat you bad? Weren't the kind of girls to take home to mom and dad, but you loved them well. Sleeping at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. So you fed them to the gators, a feast of scales and teeth. Them lizards ain't beyond the cold-blooded beasts, and they lie dead in the river, red with blood and clay, in a wild crocodile down in New Orleans. Well, the sheriff came a-looking for his little girl who ran so far from home. If I don't find her, no one will, and I'll be on my own. All was well till the red and blue lights shone, looking for a daughter of town Sheriff Jones. Tell me, have you seen her? I do not believe them. The sheriff came to notice the killer's bloody sleeve. Sheriff cuffed her back up, polished up his gun, said he got a madman, a psycho on the run. The night they shot for justice, silver bags in hands. The morning broke and they're both lying dead in the sand. So he fed them to the gators, a feast of scales and teeth. Them lizards ain't beyond the cold-blooded beasts, and they lie dead in the river, red with blood and clay, in the smile of a crocodile down in New Orleans.
was a different alligator man than the one I'm used to. You know that one, right?
Yeah.
Mosquitoes buzzing around my head, Spanish moss for my bed. I very seldom see dry land, 'cause I'm an alligator man.
Whose alligator man is that?
Who wrote that? I know Chilton did it.
Oh, really?
A bunch of
Okay,
people
okay.
did it. Chilton did everything, though. All right, so this song was on an EP that my band put out last year. The name of the band is the Drip Edges, and this is like the one song, though, that I don't think anybody else played it? I don't know. It wasn't full band, but it's more of an acoustic song anyway. It's called Dirty Sound, and it's kind of from the perspective of, I guess maybe a disgruntled younger person than me anyway. That's not hard. Watching all the wreckage out on Highway 23, thinking about the changes to the guy I try to be. Not so quick to anger, that don't mean that you should try. Searching for a song that isn't gonna make me cry. And if there's a time that would take me and my dirty sound, I'd be gone, solid gone. In this bill of ashes, I think I know the game. Stick around or two, might even change my name. I just get so anxious when I feel that I'm not heard. I'd blow up a city block for 50 column words. And if there's a town that could claim me in my dirty sound, I'd be gone, solid gone. Just a child, she once told me, wasn't sure just what she meant. Just a child. Now there's voices in my head and they say, could you trade that sentiment for something not so adolescent? Once I get moving, they won't gather where I went. I use my cheapest compliments to throw 'em off the scent. There's no sense in mourning all the things I don't possess. Came in here with no friends and I'm leaving out with less. And if there's a town that would claim me and my dirty sound, I'd be gone, solid gone. I'd be gone, solid gone. Said I'd be gone, truly solid gone.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've reached what is to be the final round of songs in Wednesday night's songwriter series. What say you, gentlemen? Does that sound about right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, I'll end it with a song that I wrote, and let's just not get into it, you know? Ugly with anger and running dry on words to use as ammunition. Tremors of convulsing pantomime throw shadow puppets of judgment on the times. Mayflies make a blanket on the wall, and I feel like I fragment of a poem. Does this spiral have a limit to its spin? Or does this sonnet have a couplet at the end? Faith and fervor, it's sour and sweet, swift and savage when it needs to be. And now I'm outclassed and outgunned, I'm outsmarted and overrun, I'm undone, I'm outdated, I'm outfoxed, I'm overrated. The best that we can do is pray this message makes it back around. Okay. Self-deluded, self-denial news will soon be resurrected. Nothing you see here is gonna set your mind at ease. And there's always some dead weight connected. We lost track of our best intention. Turn it off and turn it on again. Didn't work last time around. We're gonna have to renew all of our subscriptions. Every polytechnic masterpiece comes crashing to the ground. Faith and fervor, it's sour and sweet, swift and savage when it needs to be. And now I'm outclassed, I'm outgunned, I'm outsmarted and overrun, I'm undone, I'm outdated, I'm outfoxed, I'm overrated. The best that we can do is pray this message makes it back around. Hey. I'm outgunned, baby. I'm outsmarted and overrun. I'm undone. I'm outdated. I'm outfoxed. I'm overrated. The best we can do is pray this message makes it back around. Thank you. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure. Thank you for coming out.
Man, great songs tonight. Wonderful.
Yeah, I agree. All the way around. Yeah. Good job, gentlemen.
Well, I'm really fortunate to come from a long line of very, very bold women. So I figured it's time to write. It was time to write a song about one of them. So this is a song about my great grandma, who was the first female DUI in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
For all that's worth. Yeah, she drove her car straight through the wall of a bar room.
Wow.
And to this day, the bricks are still different. So,
Right, that's awesome.
so this is a song called "Long Live Leela." There's marble in the river, fortune in the foam, two crooked fingers, right angles in the stone. Man taking pictures, moving black and white. Girl at the counter, there's trouble in her eyes. Man from the circus, far from the farm. Woman on the wire, now his name's on her arm. Don't live too long, don't die too soon. Don't crash your car into the bar room. You do some good and you do some wrong. Don't drink a drop, still got a bottle of rum. Long live Leela. drive a submarine. He don't talk, he just sits and stares. Living room in the same old chair. She don't try, she just lets him be. 10,000 leagues under the sea. Lost a son, but kept a daughter. She don't love him, but she knows she oughta. Goes outside just to feel the breeze. Closes her eyes, she's on that trapeze. There's marble in the river, fortune in the phone. Two crooked fingers, right angles in the stone. Thank you, thank you.
Very cool.
Yeah, thank you very much, thank you.
All
Final
right, so
tune.
I guess I'm going to do this one. You may know which one this is.
Do it.
You know which? Okay.
Is it going to be Patron of the Arts?
Okay, so this song, this song was inspired by a story that my friend Dan Montgomery, fellow musician from my neck of the woods, actually in South Jersey. This is something that happened to him back in the Mesozoic era, long time ago. It was an interaction with like a music promoter type, one of those old school kind of dudes, like one of those guys be like, you know, what can I do you for? You know, that sort of thing. So he was going to see him about a gig or something, went to his office, and he was finishing up a phone call with somebody else. He's like, you show up at 7 or you don't show up at all because I ain't no fucking patron of the arts. So he told me that story, pretty quick story, and I made a song out of it called Patron of the Arts. So if you can imagine that sort of character, that's what we're dealing with here. You're the fourth one to darken my doorway today, needing help to brighten up the sky. But before I lift a finger, you must show me that you're not just like any other guy. You claim to be a young man with a message. You have a knack for singing from the heart. Will 10 seconds do? 'Cause that's all I need from you. 'Cause you know I ain't no patron of the arts. You have hopes and dreams, man, I get it. I did too many moons ago, till helpful people squash them like tomatoes on the floor of the local super low. Now I get to return the flavor, and for a while it's really gonna smart. But trust me, my friend, you'll thank me in the end, 'cause you know I ain't no patron of the arts. I ain't no fucking patron of the arts. Are these the morons in your aggregation? The ones who muster all the heavy sounds? Is that one your drummer? Well, you can lose him and find him once he loses 20 pounds. Everybody else is getting outfits. You'll wear them every evening if you're smart. If the odor gets too rare, well, that's not my cross to bear. 'Cause you know I ain't no patron of the arts. I'd like to introduce you to your trainer. Your consultation is this Saturday. Look at all the muscles sharply chiseled. Hell, I'd do 'em if my door swung that way. You're on your way to be the next Adonis. All the dames are gonna want your parts. So do all the reps you can, 'cause burpees make the man. But you know I ain't no patron of the arts. I ain't no fucking patron of the arts. I used to back a man named Freddie Ferris. He could sing a real mean Danny boy. He was too weak to handle the business. First it took his pride and then his joy. What happened next is not a pretty picture. These days he'll suck you off outside the Quickie Mart. There's a reason I regale with this cautionary tale, 'cause you know I ain't no patron of the arts. Now on to this contract before you. This is where we sign you for a song. I'd have you prick your skin, but blood's too messy. And we'll get what we need as time goes on. Hope you're game to strut your stuff at 7. This is where the real adventure starts. But if you go down in flames, kid, I never knew your name. 'Cause you know I ain't no patron of the arts. I ain't no fucking patron of the arts. No way! Negative Ghost Rider! Yet! Next! Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, everybody. Hey,
Thank you.
I got a friend that always says negative Ghost Rider. What does that come from? What show is it?
It's from a show that George Hancock watches, for sure.
Yeah.
He says that a lot.
Negative Ghost Rider, deflected off the surface is what my friend always says. Yeah.
If you've ever watched Rick and Morty,
Oh,
our
okay.
friend George sounds like
Oh.
Rick.
Okay, great.
Oh, yeah, does he not? You know, and he says negative Ghost Rider. He also says, I got a 9-volt and some mini thins, let's party, but you know. Oops, sorry. What is it?